All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, daddies and mommies, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunties. We are here again with another matchup on our hands. This time it's Otsutsuki clan versus Shinigami. And unfortunately, our ref is not around, but thankfully, I have my co-host here with me. He's the fan favorite amongst the casters. So Mr. Stew, say hello to your fans. Let's just say nothing short of a good game because both sides are quite formidable. Looking at their history, we see that they have a lot of accolades under their names. So this matchup should be one for the books, for the record books. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I can't actually wait for us to get into the game. But before that, we have to start with the bands. So let's start with the lobby bands first. So I'm just going to tell Otsutsuki to go first for the lobby bands. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match and everything in between. And looking at the rosters from both teams, I can see a little bit of, will I say, a rotation. I believe on the side of Shinigami, I'm not quite familiar with many of the players from Otsutsuki clan, but it's looking like it's definitely going to be a good game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It seems Indra was in a bit of a hurry to get out these two heroes that he dropped both of them at once. I'm guessing he has some history, or he really doesn't want to see these heroes in the hands of Shinigami players. I mean, I get the joy, given that Levi is one of those players who is well known for his assassin plays, and he has actually been making quite a name for himself on that joy. But the Lapu is a bit surprising, if I can say that, because I didn't actually expect anyone to ban Lapu Lapu at this stage. But the final ban from Shinigami actually going to be that Expo. So that's the four bans completed, two on each side in the lobby, and I guess we can actually start the game now and get into the full uh, game. So I have no choice. I think we have to ref and comment it at the same time, just waiting for the players to get ready. But if I was going to ask for your opinion on which side you would favor in this matchup, Stu, who would you actually go for? Yeah,
Pain is the proof that I'm still alive.
yeah, indeed.
They call me a hero because I saved my nation from falling apart.
Yeah, definitely. And let's not forget that matchup between Kama and Boye. That was definitely one of the matches indeed to witness Brody in the hands of two proteges. And I think eventually Kama came out on top in that matchup. But I mean, Boye also put on a masterclass of a performance, and it's definitely not something
Thorns
that we
remain,
can just
Your team
petals
is
talk
fall.
over.
banning.
But yeah, Shinigami answered with the Yi Sun-Shin ban, and Otsutsuki opts for the Lancelot ban, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't think Lever is that much of a Lancelot player for it to get banned. But I mean, even in ranked matches recently,
Only love
Lancelot has
and
been
night
getting
are
banned a lot
everlasting.
more than I predicted, and I always find it surprising given how many heroes can counter him. But I guess that inherent fear is just preventing players from wanting to deal with all that stress and they just decide to ban him out completely. And Shinigami, for the first phase, their final ban is going to be that Sicilian. So I guess they are trying to possibly drag this game to the end, and they don't want to deal with the absurd damage of Sicilian in the end game. And the first pick from Otsutsuki is actually the Black Dragon himself, Yuzhong. What do you think, Stu?
I, Minotaur, will finish off what was left
Born by thy
undone.
wish,
Your team is
guided by lantern's light.
Really? Wow. Yeah.
My kiss. Will it grant immortality or death?
Shadow of obscurity!
Your
Sancho!
team is banning.
Yeah, I just spotted that as well. So let me quickly fix that. I was not familiar with that. Where am I? Oh, I, wa- oh, I was just thought. So just give me a minute. Okay, I think because I am in the wrong.
Welcome to Grott's
Your
Castle,
team is
tiny
banning.
friend.
Okay, I think this should fix it. So yes, yes, you should be back now. Can you say something for me for your fans? Huh? I think huh, huh.
I've been waiting
Your
for too
team
long.
is picking.
Hold on. I don't think I've gotten it quite
A
yet.
carry ban. Oh, you didn't get it. Okay.
Wait,
The
hold
carry
on.
ban is actually pretty interesting. Carry?
Let me just add something else. This.
The hunt begins.
So
Your
sorry
team
for
is
the
picking.
break in transmission or the little pauses we're having in between speech. Trying to troubleshoot some issues right here, right now. Okay. Um, Mr. Stu, can you speak for me one more time, please?
Okay, so right now I'm looking at the lineup of Otsutsuki here, and they have a very, very tanky lineup. Usually I wouldn't be in kind of, should I say, support of this, especially when there's a lot of damage heroes that they can pick. But then they also have the Alice, and the problem is that the Zushin versus a tanky lineup is always going to be disruptive, which is why I
Yeah.
would not be in support of going that route. But with the Alice, she's always going to be she's always going to be diving straight in the middle of everyone, and even a
Yeah.
Zushin would have some problem, dealing with that. So with an Alice jungle, it's definitely a good one, and it's gonna be pretty interesting that they left CC open, so now they have
Yeah.
someone to shred down the Alice. So not gonna lie, I'm gonna actually have to lean towards the side of Shinigami here in that draft because they just
Yeah.
have a decent amount of CC coming in from the Ruby, coming in from the Zushin. They also have the counter engage from Minotaur. He also gives some heals, and they have a great amount of damage because, quite frankly, majority of the lineup of Shinigami can do some damage in some form,
Yeah.
from Ruby to CC to Hayabusa and even Zushin. So yeah, it's gonna fall down to execution here. But right now,
Yeah.
yeah, I really like the draft from both sides. You have the dive, you have the sustain, and you have the damage coming in from both teams. And you also have like yeah, like the dominance of Alice.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's quite interesting that they actually opted for this Alice pick and the Kufra room because if I recall correctly, Angela was not banned by anyone, so I was actually expecting the abuse of Angela to, spill over from yesterday, and I was hoping that maybe they would exploit that, especially with how
5
well she
seconds till the
goes
enemy
with
reaches
the
the
likes of
battlefield.
Alice and with the
Smash them!
likes of Sisi. So I was actually expecting
All
that to be
troops
the roam
deployed!
option for Otsutsuki clan, and I'm actually surprised that they opted to go for this Kufra, given how easily, especially given how easily Shinigami's lineup can counter his engages. When you have that CC immune from the Minoan Fury and even the hammer drop from his S1, it's quite easy. And look at how easily Sushin is just picking him up and toying with him. So I think Indra is really in for a very, very long day today, Stu.
Yeah, this is one thing about the Cooper pick, but I feel that the reason that they did pick him was to have someone that's going to go up against the Hayabusa here, so
Yeah.
that when he does dive in, he wouldn't be able to escape with his quad
First
shadow.
blood!
But
Oh,
another we see Cassie fall here to the damage from Nana. That damage in the early game is not normal.
wait, wait, wait,
Okay.
wait. Hold on a minute. I'm just processing this now. This thing has been. Wait, hold on. This guy has literally picked a Nana mage in the year of our Lord
Yeah, yeah. Did
2025.
you clock that before?
Wait,
Right
what?
now, like I can tell like the entire vision of this Nana pick. She has the Molina to kind of disrupt Levi if he's diving in, but she also has that long range burst damage with a very low cooldown. So like it's
Yeah.
an unusual pick, but then it can work in some ways. So I'm not really gonna hate against it, but it's like I said, it all falls down to execution here. But we're seeing the first turtle spawn now, and as usual, we're going to do the the referee, or should I say the caster, bets on who's going to take the first turtle. So Davis, who do you think is taking the first turtle here?
From the look of things and how the game has gone so far, I think I'll have my money on Otsutsuki clan. Given the lane dominance from the mid lane and then just their control of the total area, I think it's looking like it's going to be a free total. But Levi is actually in prime position to come in for that steal, and Kessie harassing in front line. But we see that Black Dragon form committed, and Levi actually comes in from that total steal. But
Red
that
team
leaves
hero has
Kyo
been
or
slain!
Pew. How do you pronounce this guy's name? I have no
Red
idea.
team
But that
hero
leaves him
has been slain!
absolutely exposed. And Casey also falls as well. And we see that blood oath committed to the back line. Apex tries and he manages to escape with his life. Lever may have gotten the total, but actually comes in with the quad shadow, and then that Oyigi
Ally
shadow
has been
kill
slain!
committed into the Black Dragon as was trying to escape. But Indra being the acting as the cutoff, more like the
Blue team's
sacrificial
hero
lamb, but
has
as
been
he
slain!
falls to Boye with that I am offended. And I thought it was a sore win for Otsutsuki right there, but Shinigami somehow actually reeled it back and got that. And the blue buff steal as well. That's the Grand Theft Purple right there from Levi Steal. I mean, I bet I, I think I fell for your trap. That was basically a caster's course played perfectly in front of our eyes, Stew.
Yeah, Otsutsuki had a very good start for the game, and then Davis had to support them, and then this is what
Oh
happens.
my god.
But jokes aside, looking at what happened here, I feel that that was definitely an overextension on the side of Otsutsuki,
Yeah.
especially after getting a couple of kills. I think two kills there. Uh,
Yeah.
Naji. Is it Magi? It's actually Magi.
Yeah,
But
magic.
ooh, looks like the Bloodler is gonna go into the backline, and the
Ooh.
Libu ult from Flutter is going to drop Kessie here. Oigi Shago Q. Magi is trying his best to survive, but no, he is going to fall as well.
Oh.
And it is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Shinigami. But ooh, over in the top lane, Kinshiki is able to secure a kill onto Boye. But this is basically what I was trying to say. There was an overcommitment on the side of Otsutsuki,
Yeah.
and they were just not able to.
Look at
Oh,
that
but
ball.
look at the Tyrant's rage coming in from Indra, but there is no follow-up. Plotters not have enough damage to actually take him down, and they would be going into the tunnel here, but ooh, he misses the Tyrant's charge onto Levi. He has already used his bouncing ball, and looks like Levi is going to try, but Magi is trying his best, but
Oh.
Kinshiki bad side is
Kinshiki.
dropping Buju, and it's going to be
Oh.
Magi that secures the tunnel. Kessie falls next. Apex and the Oiji Shago Kill goes on to Levi killing spree onto Abyss. He's trying to
What are this?
recall. Are they gonna
What are they
actually
doing?
spot him out? But
Bro,
looks like they're gonna
bro.
actually just let him go. Looks like they're gonna
What?
let him go.
What? What's going on? I don't understand. Does Levi have some sort of conceal that we're not familiar with? Is he hacking in this game? Why did they actually let him go scot-free? I mean, they had the numbers. They know how um the Hayabusa plays with his squad shadows. I believe they should have been able to play that a bit more coordinated, and I think they would have actually secured that kill. But nonetheless, Kinshiki actually came in quite clutch there for that total, and the gold lead is not quite as insurmountable as it looked a few minutes ago. We're just down to barely a 5k, but we see Levi going in with the squad shadow and then committing that Oigi shadow kill. But there are too many members and they just share the damage and it looks like nothing. But yeah, once again, 600 gold lead between the teams right now. Almost everyone got in their first item at this moment and is looking quite good and comfortable for Otsutsuki right now.
Oh, but looks like the Tyrant's range is actually going to go on to Apex in the backline. The Minoran Fury activated by Kessie, but there is gonna be nobody dropping
Bad
on the side of
engage.
Shinigami.
Bad
Uju
engage.
trying his best to actually pull Ali. Looks like he gets plotted down with the Lantern Flare. Apex tries his best to survive this, but Magi is going to disengage, and there's going to be 1-for-3 down in favor of Shinigami.
Yeah, I mean, they committed so many resources on that CC, and their attacks were not quite as coordinated. Once again, that coordination is really lacking on the side of Otsutsuki, and they committed way too much, and they got nothing out of it. And once the cavalry came from the side of Shinigami, they paid dearly for all the resources that they had wasted. So they need to be a bit more calculated when they're trying to engage. And we actually see Boye going to the backlines and harassing Magi with his skills, the skill 1, skill 2, and the extra defense that he gets from it. But we actually see a very
Ooh,
well placed Molina and that ult from Abyss
and
that
it
takes
looks like
down.
the Tyrant's
Yeah.
rage. Is he gonna be able to survive this? He uses the quad shadows to try and escape.
I mean, Levi is
Ooh,
just
looks like
dancing
Levi
around right
escapes.
now. I won't say he has escaped quite yet, still. Still going. Kyrie, not quite Kyrie right now, and that's a shutdown kill. That's some extra gold for Otsutsuki clan. I guess Shinigami had the early game advantage, but actually see Plotter going in for that Nibiru's ult, but it's not enough. Boye trying to do his best to see if he can just contest for that total even without the retry, but he is unsuccessful. And Otsutsuki actually pushing the advantage now. See that Tyrant's Revenge going in, and then Tyrant's Revenge committed but answered by the Minoan Fury. Indra tries to get away, but he does not escape with his life. And then the Lantern Flare just lifting up Kinshiki, and Levi coming in with the Quad Shadow, and the Oegi Shadow kill secures that kill even despite popping the Nana passive. Uh, this is one theme that has been recurrent from the engages on the side of Otsutsuki stew. I think they are overcommitting way too much, given how easily the gold advantage can change.
Okay, looks like I did disconnect a bit during the the previous fight, but
Oh
can you
wow.
hear me clearly?
Yeah, yeah, very clearly. Please give us your expert analysis on what's going on right now.
Okay, definitely not an expert analysis, but it looks like the tyrant charge going to go. Dude, this is what I was saying about the Nana. She can just safely throw her Molina and follow up with the ultimate, and is massive amounts of damage. And we saw that in the previous fight, and
Yeah,
where she basically deleted Cassie before the turtle even fully spawned. I was like, the turtle was still shaking its head, and Cassie is already back, sent back to the fountain. So right
yeah,
now, that Nana pick actually showing our money's worth. But ooh, look like Apex is gonna get caught in the charge here. But no, right now I guess it's still. I know that it's like a 2K gold lead, but it's still
yeah,
kind of pretty even here because they still have the and the Tyrant's revenge
yeah,
going
he's
in,
dead.
and Apex is going to fall to the tower damage. They shouldn't have tried to push the body, but when the range at the foil by a flicker, but then the off charge from Magi. And in the backline, the Oidi Shagoki
Uh,
is going to be able to execute Plotter. Magi tried his best to actually shut down Buji, but it's actually Kinshiki that secures that kill. Is Indra going to charge here? No, he's not going to charge. They only have 2 here to defend the tower against 4. The minion's gonna go down, and Indra actually tanks that tower damage while they take the
oh,
first tier 1 of the mid lane, and Kessie falling as well. This is where
retreat.
they should disengage and not
Exactly.
overstay their
Always,
welcome. But oh,
always
look
so
that boy,
late.
and he gets the I am offended to catch on to 2. Magi tries his best with his ultimate, but boy
Bro,
actually still falls to that damage coming in from Abyss on that Nana.
bro,
Wow. And this is what I
bro,
was talking about.
bro.
Do you still feel like questioning this Nana pick, Davis?
Man, I don't I'm speechless.
Ooh, that was just Buju walked to his death. He shouldn't have gone there without no vision. What's going on? But looks like Apex is trying his best to actually put some pressure onto Plotter here. But Plotter is actually this Kamiliva that secures the Lord. Apex falls there in the backline to Plotter. Kamiliva trying his best. You see his Oigi
He's
Shadows
dead,
to
man.
escape here.
He's
But the
dead.
Miluan stamp.
Whoa.
This is going to secure a mega
Skype
kill
yourself.
onto Plotter here. Is he going to escape this? Ooh, looks like he's going to not only escape but try and pop that immortality, and it's going to be Kessie that falls here to Magi. The Lord is on his way, but Kinshiki there with the petrify, and it's a shutdown from Kami Levi. But
Bro.
Boye trying his best here to keep that tier 1. He's the tower that's the only one that hasn't fallen on the side of Shinigami actually. But oh, look at the mid lane. Is Kinshiki going to be able to reach there in time and defend? But that flicker coming in from Apex onto Abyss. Does he have his passive? Looks like he does. So like he wouldn't even die if he was caught here. But the Molina are going to go down. And it's gonna
Yeah,
be. I guess this is gonna be a slow push with the Lord where they secure this tier 2. Oh no, they don't actually. But what do you think about that fight, Davis?
I mean, very well played to Levi right there for stalling as much as he could and just dancing around with Otsutsuki for as long as he managed. Eventually he got taken down, but they actually got a lot out of that, especially that kill onto Plotter and giving him that extra Sky Piercer stack. So he did quite well. But once again, that recurring theme of overstaying their welcome with Otsutsuki right there. And we see actually an I am offended committed to Indra, and Abby is throwing that Molina and following up with the ults. But they always tend to overstay when they get that advantage, and it has always come back to bite them so many times, but they don't still seem to be learning from their mistakes. So I don't know, it's not boding well for me. I don't think Otsutsuki are capitalizing on their advantage as much as they can and knowing when to retreat, which is one of the very fundamental things of teams at high levels right now. But we see Lever
Oh,
actually
but
walking
looks
in.
like Neflifa is gonna get caught, but the ultimate coming in from
Oh,
Magi, and it's a killing spree for Abyss here. Kessie trying his
yeah.
best to escape. He uses the flicker, but no, he's going to be chased down by Magi, and that Beatrix. Kinshiki over there onto Buju. It's Buju that falls next. Apex trying his best. He pops the vengeance, and he actually might escape with that, but the I am offended from Iron Boye. Boye actually catches onto 4, but then none of them would drop as he does not have enough damage to follow up.
Yeah, to what end, man? He was too late. He was way too late into that fight. He already had three of his comrades dead. Coming in at that point was basically pointless. But yeah, Otsutsuki, they are actually getting as much as they can right now, simply because of their superior draft. I mean, I didn't expect the Nana to be this dominant. And to be honest, Chelsea is
Red team turret has been
possibly
destroyed.
doesn't know the limits of the hero he's using right now, and seems to get punished a lot. Just looking at his KD, you could tell that he is one of the weak links right now in Shinigami, and he needs to get his head into the game and
Red
stop
team
giving as
turret
much
has
as he
been
does. And we see that
destroyed.
Tyrant's Rage and the Tyrant's Prevent going in, but I think there is a breach in communication between Otsutsuki because there's no follow-up and the Minoan range to the backline, and everyone is going for Plotter right now.
Opposing hero
So much
has been
committed, the
slain.
cutting call, the Crimson Beacon, all committed on Slaughter, but the Black Dragon form actually coming in and Otsutsuki trying to do their best to reel this team fight back in. The Shadow Kill also committed, and we see Indra
Hero
doing
has
his
been
best to prevent those
slain.
dashes, but Magi getting that unstoppable. Abyss has to run away with his passive, but gets taken down by Apex. The turret
Double
damage
kill.
not enough to take him down. Magi secures that kill and commits the Bloodhood once again to Boye. Boye doing his best to sustain and out sustain Magi, but it's not
Godlike.
just enough. Chinchiki finished with his side quest, decides to join the team fight at this point, but Magi has already taken care of everyone on his own
Red
stew.
team
I
turret has
mean,
been
it's
destroyed.
looking like Otsutsuki, they don't even need the full team to deal with Shinigami.
Yeah, we said this about the Alice pick at the start of the game.
Yeah,
She is a very formidable hero and gonna be very difficult to actually face here. And I did make mention of Apex here with the CC pick being kind of what they need, or should I say, dependent to be able to deal with her. But it looks like we're actually going to see this Lord being contested by
Red
Kamilifa.
team
He is very
hero
low on
has
HP,
been
but
slain.
Buji going to fall there to Kinshiki, and the Minoan
Destroyed.
Rage not going to be enough. Kamilifa tries his best, but looks like he's going to have to run. He tries to take the creep, but
Red team
Kamilifa,
turret
bro,
and
has
he
been
still falls
slain.
to Indra
bro is really not
in the
Kyrie.
river. Kari Kuma Kuma. But
Yeah.
looks like he's not actually gonna be able to pull that off here. But Indra diving in there. I guess this is less of a commit and more to just taunt the enemies at this point. But Iron Boy actually landing those I am offended, but not at the right time to help his team in the fights.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the builds right now, you can see View with just
Ooh,
seven
Abyss gonna get caught
stars.
here, and he does fall
Yeah,
onto Apex, and that Tyrant's Rage going on to Boy. And it's gonna be plotted as securing the kill, but the vengeance coming in from Apex Nog and the Wind of Nature not being enough. Apex does kick down Plotter, but he will fall to Magi here. And that is a legendary 9-1-13 on that Magi, on that Alice.
yeah,
But they do defend
actually
this
very well
Lord
played.
without losing any inhibitors yet.
He spoke too soon, man. He spoke too soon. That's
Oh,
another
but he
jinx I think he
uses
just
his.
activated.
Okay, Kamine does escape here. They have
Yeah,
lost all
I told
inhibitors
you. I
while
told
trying
you.
to defend this.
I told you.
Ooh, but Indra coming at the Tyrant's Rage onto Buju, followed up by Magi and Kinshiki. But Buju does survive there with Crimson Beacon. Kamine
Oh,
trying his best, and Kinshiki would secure that kill. He does manage to swap to the immortality before he goes, and he enters the Black Dragon form, and he actually escapes that. Right now, Shinigami are left with only a crystal to defend.
yeah. I mean, I told you, man. You forced me to jinx one part, and I forced you to jinx another part. But that's two two caster jinxes just in one match. But yeah, I mean, Otsutsuki are actually, I'm actually impressed with how much they have come back into this game. But I guess I don't know. Shinigami seem to be a bit off. Um, so many things to point out. But the most glaring thing is the Sky Piercer stack. Okay, you actually done well, has done well to think correctly and actually sell that Sky Piercer. But we have Kamileva with just 9 stacks on the Sky Piercer. The advantage they were hoping for to just take this game from the early game all the way to the late game to snowball, that did not actually present itself. Well, I mean, he presented himself multiple times, but I guess they were just too good that they could not
Ooh,
capitalize on that.
the Tyrant's Rage followed by that Minuma Fluid coming in from Cassie, and it looks like he's not going to be able to secure any kills with that. But
Oh,
Machi actually
whoa, man.
ultimate onto three, followed up by the ultimate from Plotter, and it's going to be Camille that falls there instantly. Kinshiki trying his best, but with the Petrify, would you not going to survive that? Is a double kill for Plotter. Intra coming in and Cassie using the
Ay, ay, ay.
but it's still a triple kill, and
Ay,
it's
ay,
gonna
ay.
be the game one going to the
Ay,
side of
ay, ay.
Otsutsuki.
Victory!
That was actually insane. That was actually insane. That four-man blood ode by Magi. Man, I didn't know. I was not familiar with this man's game. So much expertise on that Alice. 9-1-17. That is definitely a start that will make him an S tier Alice player. I don't know if it will make him an S tier jungler at this point, given how early it is into the tournament, but that was actually very well played from the side of Otsutsuki and Shinigami. They have so much work to do. Otsutsuki has shown them that there is so much that they need to get right before they can get a win. Looking at the stats, we actually see Magi taking the most damage as well as dealing the most damage. So he gives and he takes a lot. That is quite benevolent from a single man doing as much as he can. On the side of Shinigami, not much actually stands out from their side, except Apex actually, who did as much as he could given the stats, but I guess it just was not enough to get them back in. And we have Casey with 13 deaths still. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of cow meat. I mean, I know that Christmas is coming, but I didn't expect them to be slaughtering cows this early.
Christmas is coming, the geese are getting fat. But look at Cassie's build there. He did go for a flask of Oasis first item, and I was
Yeah,
wondering why he was that squishy. And I guess it becomes very apparent now when you're playing a tank, guys. Please always buy defense first. Like please, please, please. Like we don't need our tank struggling to tank as much damage as our marksman. It goes a long way when you do build those defense items first before you go for those support items like the Flask of Oasis. But
yeah,
yeah, I guess this was I wouldn't say this was the best show of Shinigami. We have seen them play far better, but maybe they do still have some kind of surprises for us in this game. And I
yeah,
also would want to point out that Boye wasn't as active, or rather wasn't as present in the team fights as he
yeah,
could have been. He was mostly coming late, and I'm sure he could have disrupted a lot of, should I say, um, fights if he did
yeah,
come in earlier with his CC. So that's another factor to consider. And actually, to my surprise, I am looking at Abyss and his damage stats here, and he's
yeah.
actually just struggling with maybe like 1k above his tank here, and it's 15%. It's like, okay, I'm doing damage, but like they don't need me here because Magi and Kinshiki just doing and tearing up their backline and frontline, and in this case. But yeah, good game from both of them, and I am looking forward to the next game in the series.
All right. So we actually have the lobby for the second game open right now. We're trying to get the teams ready. Uh, so we can kick off. But once again, we'll be starting with four bands, two bands on each side. Let's see how this actually goes. But yeah, I think that was actually quite a surprise for the first game. Um, Otsutsuki are actually complete right now, but it looks like Shinigami are wanting to make some changes. Um, Apex, we see. I really don't know how to pronounce his name. I know you call him Goju, but I mean, the Goju I know is a Nigerian artist, and I'm sure he's not playing Mobile Legends with us here. So, can you hear us? Your phone's trying to hear from you. It seems Q is off the call right now. Boye actually sitting this one out, it seems. I don't know why Shinigami are having a missing member at this point. So let me quickly ask them what's going on. Okay, it seems they're actually back now and complete. So let's start off with the lobby plans. Uh,
I'm not sure if it's me or
yeah,
like my
yeah, yeah.
network or it's you,
It was,
but
it was,
like you
it was
sound
you.
very I don't know what word to use. Inaudible.
Oh, really? Huh. Uh, hold on a minute. Let me first check this stuff. I think it was my network. Do I sound better now?
No, it's still quite bad.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's see. Well, maybe you take over our trade for let's look at this sequence.
Okay, it looks like Davis is going through some technical issues with his mic there. So yeah, for now what we're seeing in the lobby bans is from the side of Shinigami, they have banned Yu Zhong and Gatokacha, and from the side of Otsutsuki, they have banned X-Borg and Joy. So we can already see a kind of, should I say, adjustment or adaptation
Yeah.
from the side of Shinigami here with that Yu Zhong ban, so that they don't, because Kinshiki really was doing a lot of, causing a lot of problems in their backline. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how they deal with these bands and what kind of strategies that the side of Otsutsuki employ coming into this new draft. And hopefully we also see an adjustment for the side of Shinigami with a new strategy. So I don't know. The game has come to a start, and I'm hoping that Davis has fixed his mic
Hello.
here. So Davis,
Hello.
are you with me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello. I don't. It doesn't
I
look
mean,
like
you
it.
are speaking. I cannot hear you.
Oh my goodness.
Will it grant
Okay.
immortality or death?
They call me a hero
Can you hear me now?
because I saved my nation from falling apart.
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Okay.
still not the
Perfect.
best.
Oh, still not the best.
Yes.
My stuff, my whole rig is cooked. We'll deal with that later.
Um. Okay.
I will protect you.
Is your mic in game on?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm just gonna be covering the draft while you try and fix that. Maybe when you start into the game, it will go back to normal because it did change the moment we went into the lobbies.
It's the proof
But
that
right now
I'm
we can
still
see an Alice and a Lolita ban.
love and
It's
need.
actually a Lolita ban
Last
on the side of Shinigami, which is pretty interesting. Like, ultimately they're trying to pick into that they have to ban a Lolita. Is it a Sicilian? But they actually went to Sicilian in the last game, and they are securing him first in this game. So probably a conflict pick, but we're actually seeing CC here going to the side of Otsutsuki.
Thorns remain should petals fall.
He just spoke about his last words and how much trouble he can actually be. So I'm hoping that he does show.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear me now? Is it any much better?
Your team is picking.
Hello, Stu? Yeah, can you hear me now?
To me, your team is all that matters.
Seems to resolve the call. Is it better now? Chat, is it better now? I need to know.
Hayabusa,
Sanjo.
Your team is banning.
Hello. Oh, hello. Oh shit. Still not good. Wow, wow, wow.
Okay. Now you sound clear.
Oh, I sound clear now.
Your
We'll
team
finish
is
Yeah, you
off
sound
with
clear.
the left
What?
hand.
I was getting information that both of our mics were muffed. So I don't even know what was going on there. But yeah, please, if you are in the audience and our mics are good, please let us know so that we can proceed with the
Okay.
Welcome to
Okay.
World
He said it's
Your
good
team
now.
is
It's good now.
banning.
Nice, nice, nice. Finally. Cool, cool, cool. So we are back in. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, looking at the draft so far, what are you thinking, Davis? I am finding it like I am loving this. I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely loving this. We are seeing a 1-1 pick, we are seeing a Lancelot pick, and we are also seeing a Grok pick. So, style of Otsutsuki, have all my love and affection. But what are you thinking about the I'm the Otsutsuki draft so far.
Yeah. Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm still trying to troubleshoot these sounds, so I'll give my opinion in a bit. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but I can't hear Davis anymore.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I am the devourer of stars. The tide
Hello?
of the
Okay, I can hear
cosmic
you.
sea.
Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So I think I have tweaked it to the best of my ability. So chat, please, if there's any other issues, can you guys just raise it so that we can deal with it at this point? But yeah, from the draft, it is actually quite interesting on both sides. This is another Zask pick. I remember from Gauntlet when my goat Void got this Zask pick and you all doubted him, and I said I have complete and utmost faith in my goat, and he actually pulled off one of the miracles that we have seen in recent times. But this time I don't have such faith in Abyss, I'm sorry to say, and I think Shinigami actually have the favorable draft at this point.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say that I would forever be a hater on the Zask pick. I remember that in the past that your goat consistently not mine. Void picked the Zask and he had a manageable performance. That's all I'll attribute to him. But like this time I'll be full hater mode.
He was
and I'll be
MVP,
praying
man.
on,
He was MVP in that
I'll be
match. Don't call
praying
that
on the
manageable.
Zask. I'll be praying on the Zask pick. I'll be praying on his downfall. The Nana, I would accept, but the Zask, no way. Absolutely
Seriously,
zero.
you
Send it
like
to
a
zero.
Nana
Yeah,
pick,
yeah.
but you hate his ass pick. Seriously, man. I know the kind of man you are. I know what you are.
Look, we did see how the Nana pick performed in that last match. Like, look at the CC, look at the damage, but looks like Indra actually trying to just be a nuisance. You know, this is one thing I like about the Grok, right? Like
Yeah,
when it comes to the Grok as a hero, he can just be a constant turn in your side because of
yeah.
all of the damage that he does do. And yeah, I didn't notice this before, but we have a Kalia pick. It has been a while since I've seen a Kalia pick. Ever since she got nerfed to,
Like, it's nerfed
nerfed to
to hell
oblivion.
and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I myself, as a Roma main, I don't even like the Kalia pick traditionally as she was even before the nerfs. But me, that's just me though. A bit very partial in the kind of Romas that I tend to pick. But yeah, it's actually been quite a serious nerf on her, and the pick ratio has drastically dropped since she did that. But we actually see Otsutsuki waiting patiently in this bush, hoping for an opportunity to present himself. And you can see Levi actually flirting at that bush, but Bill actually having the presence of mind to push check, and Levi actually going in
Ooh.
for that jump.
It
Oh,
looks like Indra is going to be the first to fall here to Apex. He did get caught by Nerf Levi in that
yeah,
combo, and he was not able to sustain that damage. Like, yeah, the Grok is tanky, but then when you have four people's, hammering damage onto you, it's just
yeah.
like it's not feasible to survive that anymore, especially at level 2.
Yeah, that special migration and the violence requiem combo at that early a game, even with the extra damage from the cleans. Yeah, that was definitely going to be a kill guaranteed. But we actually see this turtle scuffle going on right now. Lever is busy with his purple, Magi having all the space to take the turtle, and I actually gets that for free. Contested, but not by the right people. But I think I was actually thinking Levi will be opting to go for his blue right there since he already wasted the red triple. The back off. So far, oh, that is actually a solo
Ooh.
kill down bottom. Apex actually getting that solo kill on Plotter. Uh, still, even with that free total, it's not looking like this is going to be an easy game for Otsutsuki.
Yeah, and these are the kind of games that we like to see. Please take us to a game tree, Shinigami. But yeah, we're seeing how we're seeing the usual when it comes in matchup with a Clint versus a 1-1. Like it's just horrifying until it
Yeah,
reaches the late game and you have
yeah.
like all your items and you even then you still can't be bursted down just from the start. But looks like Kessie over here trying his best to poke and give the map the map pressure on to Indra so he doesn't actually just take up a ooh Kessie actually going in and it looks like he's
Oh,
carrying Bodo Purify coming in
oh.
from Purify coming in and Indra is actually going to be the one to not die here. What's going on?
Bro,
Oh,
what? What?
Abyss! This is what I was
Abyss?
saying about this Zask
Abyss?
pick. This is what I was saying
No,
about this
no,
Zask
no.
pick.
Blame the player, not the hero.
It has
No,
nothing to do with the
no,
player right
no.
now.
That was the player. What man? What are you? That was
100%.
the player. How he took his ult into the midst of three people. My God, Void will never do that.
Look,
That's the difference.
sometimes you have a Zas that's ults away from the people, and sometimes you have a Zas that ults towards the people. It's actually the
Yes.
hero's button glitching,
And the
has
difference
nothing to do
between a
with the
good
player
player
sometimes.
and a bad player is knowing when to do each of that. So blame the player, not the hero.
Like, well, okay, well, but we're having this next turtle that is spawning right now, and we have Levi starting on this turtle here, but Indra trying his best to actually put some pressure onto them. Abyss dropping the nightmaric spawn on Kessie. Kessie actually in the position taking all that turtle damage, but
Oh,
this time is actually going to go on to Plotter here, and Plotter will fall to the damage from Apex and Kessie. He flickers out into safety. And
oh,
Levi out with a special migration followed up by the violent recruit, and he does get the kill onto Magi and secures the turtle, but no, Kinshiki will not be letting him go. Ooh, but the fist crack and fist is gonna crash onto Kinshiki and he will fall as well. And it's gonna be Indra as well as Abyss that don't know
oh.
they do not survive that because the flicker coming in from Apex secures the kill onto Abyss. And Zaz has nothing to do but stand there because of the. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, this is the last time. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that was just a bit too scrappy from Otsutsuki. We saw Indra engaging in the backline, getting quite a very good tectonic charge to the backline there, but he forgot his team at the front lines, and they had too much trouble to deal with there to be bothered with his engage in the backline. So they really need to coordinate their attacks a bit better. But to be honest, I don't think even if they had done that, they would have come out successful because Plotter already fell to Kessie as soon as he showed his face right there. So he really needs to be a bit more careful, especially on this 1-1. Even with the Purify from her S2, still needs to be a bit more careful. But up top, we actually see Boye taking two people at once and actually getting away with a kill. And Indra comes in to save Magi from Boye's fists. That's a lot of fists, bro. But he took them and he still managed to survive, I guess. But yeah,
I
still
don't
it's
like the
looking like
way I don't
what?
like the way you're saying that.
What?
I don't I
What am
don't
I
like the
saying?
way you're saying that. But yeah, but let's move on. Okay, right now we are seeing that this is actually a damage but down because he's going into the gold lane, and yeah, it looks like the draft of Shinigami it was basically plotted against Plotter here. No
Yeah.
pun intended. because they are just focusing on that 1-1. Having plot to see. Oh, but looks like the title strike versus and the tsunami slam. Not gonna be able to secure that kill onto Magi as he does immune and escape with his life here. But yeah, right now there's a lot of focus going on to that 1-1. I guess that the side of Otsutsuki would have had a much better time if they just didn't pick on 1-1 because she's such a tricky hero to pull off. There's a lot of counters and then there's a lot of situations where she just can't really do as much because there's way too much damage and not enough front line for her to should I say appropriately proc her ultimates.
Yeah.
But and then this is one of those times. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they actually navigate this, especially having a lot of dive, a lot of damage, and I would say a lot of mobility from the side of Shinigami.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Shinigami actually have that much advantage in terms of mobility as it stands. And they would actually need a miracle to actually get back into this. But we see that Engage coming up top, Indra actually has to spend his flicker just to get to safety and actually erect a wall also to prevent Shinigami from tower diving right there. But it's really, really looking like it is a game for them to lose at this point because Shinigami have a very firm grip as it stands. I actually see Casey going from that tidal strike under the turret and the plotter actually trying to proc that combo of tank, but it's quite not enough. Magi just pokes the remaining members and decides against going committing fully right there because he knows that the gold advantage and the experience advantage is clearly not in his favor. But we actually see Boye in quite an opportune position right now. He is in a favorable bush, but Kinshiki sniffs him out.
Oh,
And yeah, that's very, very well played. That's a very good positional awareness from Kinshiki right there to sniff him out and get him to reposition and get his team actually to know about his positions too. But this another special migration on Indra too.
oh, he uses the wild child and tries to escape, but the Sumani Slam actually brings him back for Apex to finish him off. And it looks
Wow.
like it's actually only Indra that falls here. But the fizz bait fizz crack combo coming in, and Boye is not gonna be able to secure those kills. He went and he offered himself on a golden sacrifice altar for the side of Otsutsuki.
Yeah, he was basically that sacrifice right there. Uh, Not quite needed, but I mean, sacrifices at some point are needed. He apparently, or will I say actually, isn't, but he still gave himself up anyway. And I think Otsutsuki were glad to take that trade for the little that it cost them. But that is actually going to be a free lot secured by Shinigami right now and is marching down the bot lane. But we see the minions already going pretty far up the middle lane and Zask using his spawn to clear that right now. Shinigami just hanging around the jungle area of Otsutsuki and awaiting the charge from Lord. But we actually see Magi up top going for that push, but Boye gets him with the fist break and the fist crack, but he uses the puncture to get out. Probably going to pull a Kyrie. No, Boye outsmarts him right there. Doesn't give him a chance to get out and do anything useful. So we see the Sanguine Claws actually picked him down. Kinshiki and Flutter, and that is two kills right now going down. Happy is trying to do something about it, but there's nothing but further right now to Shinigami. They take him out before he can take that breath, and then the Tsunami Sam committed to Indra. He's the last one alive. He tries to immune and get out with his life, but it has to be something has to be given up. Either he gives up his life or he gives up the base, and he gives up his life, eventually giving up the base as well. So that's now Shinigami making a statement right now, telling us each and every one of us that they are not out of this game. They are still in it. That is 1-1 on the scoreboard right now. Shinigami coming back strong still.
Yeah, we had just said this, and it looks like all the enemies that plotted against 1-1 here succeeded because we are getting that 3.9 Twix bar. Sometimes some people might even call it Maltesers. But yeah, this was one of those games where 1-1 was just definitely gonna have a hard time because right from the onset she was up against a Clinton lane, and he was able
Yeah.
to secure that kill onto Indra early with that spatial migration and Violet Requiem coming in from Levi. But yeah, you can see Apex, just having the time of his life with an 11.2 rating KDA, 11.2 MVP rating, and a 704 KDA. He just had to stand there and deal a lot of damage while his team just kept his enemies on lockdown. So
Yeah.
we would be seeing a game three. Like I said, this is the second time I'm casting. This is the second game three. Maybe there's some correlation there, but right now it is gonna be very interesting to see how this last and final game plays out. Are we gonna see a repeat of the bans of the game one? Are we gonna see some new bans that are being implemented here? Are we just gonna see some complete new inning of the violence of this nostalgia Cup 5?
Yeah, I'm definitely up for that right now. But one thing to note is so far, fortunately, we've not had any issues from any network issues plaguing any side at all. So I guess the sacrifice that Oye gave in the last match. I guess that's what it went towards. It was to appease the gods of the network of MTN, Glo, and Airtel. And we have actually had some seamless experience as it stands right now. So, yes, preparing for game three. This is going to be the decider. Whichever team loses right here gets sent to the lower brackets of Dread. Just one game in the lower brackets, and they are out of this tournament. So this is a very high stakes match right now for both teams, and I think they need to bring their A game to secure that much needed win and remain in the upper brackets to ensure their squad safety in this tournament for as long as it runs right now. Um, let's see. We'll have to once again take the lobby bans while well, first of all, I think the squads need to arrange their players as it stands. For some reason, Casey is feeling like he needs to be part of Otsutsuki. Maybe challenge um maybe challenge Indra
Uh,
for his roaming. Uh, yes, you were saying something.
the transfer window is open, so like, what better time than the present to change your
Indeed,
squad?
indeed. I was not aware the transfer window was open. Uh, so if you went to make a transfer right now, who is the one person you would like to have on your roster?
It's this guy called Mike Wazowski. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Nah, I don't know that. I don't know that brother, bro. Never heard of him.
Yeah. I feel that I think he's a jungler. I'm not
Huh,
very sure.
huh. I've actually never heard of him, but he must be pretty good if you actually want him on your team. Well, I hope you get what you want. Most of us, we don't get what we
You
want,
know,
but yeah.
uh, what I want right now is for you to invite me to the lobby, please.
Oh, wow. I was not aware that. Well, I guess we didn't miss you, but I'll just invite you. We're not really we didn't really notice that your presence was not gracing our midst. But yeah, let's start with the bans right now. Um, so Otsutsuki getting the
Okay.
first ban um in the lobby. Apparently, they say that Ishiki always lags, but so far maybe that is why he's not actually making a team for Otsutsuki right now. Apparently he has an eternal depth with the network gods and he's always lagging. So it seems like they would always probably prefer not to have him on their roster as it stands presently. So Otsutsuki actually going for that joy ban once again. That's always the very first ban against Shinigami still. Do you think that is actually a valid ban, given how much Xenagog absolutely disgraced Levi on it the last time he picked it?
I believe that there are known knowns and known unknowns, and
Yeah,
when you're dealing with an enemy, you just better go. It's best to go for the known knowns. So like you
yeah,
best prepare for what you already know about the enemy and adapt to the known unknowns that do. Sorry, yeah, the known unknowns that do occur. I guess that's the best way to put it. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, right now you see the side of Shinigami actually banning out those two poster heroes that really gave them a lot of trouble in
yeah.
the game. Why did you type nice? Why it really
I'm
gave
just
them a lot of trouble in the first game here. So they're not leaving it to any chances for Otsutsuki to actually run it back on them. Right now the score is 1-1, and we're gonna be getting the tiebreaker and the decider of who is gonna win tonight's game here. We have in the beginning Joy, Brody, Alice, and Yuzhong banned out. So
yeah.
let's see how this game goes.
I would have actually loved for us to see how well this game goes indeed, but for some reason, Boye would rather be a spectator than actually play in this match. I guess he's having some nerves right now, and he's having some jitters right now, and he doesn't feel like he should be going up against the side of Otsutsuki. I've never known him to be one who is scared, but I think he has finally talked himself into believing that he can achieve if he believes. So, and finally, we can actually get into this game and get on with um, the match three, game three, the decider actually. So, Otsutsuki actually getting the first ban, and will I say, let me predict that Alice ban. Oh, wait, oh, sorry, that was already banned in the lobby, right? Uh, Never mind, I don't have anything to predict.
Yeah, right now we are actually in the lobby. I feel that we might see a Lancelot ban,
Oh,
but
wow,
oof,
I
this
was correct.
is actually
There's
no
nothing. There's
ban
nothing to
coming in.
predict because there's no ban.
Looks like there's no ban actually other side of Otsutsuki. Mm. Yeah, but yeah, we have Shinigami banning out that Xbox. They don't want it to fall into the hand of Otsu. Yeah, it is gonna be pretty interesting. I'm actually kind of because now they've missed one ban, so this one ban is gonna be very crucial. I'm not sure if they're gonna go for maybe a CC ban. No, actually they go for Hayabusa. They are the first pick, so they can secure the CC if they want. But yeah, like it's gonna be interesting at what direction that they choose
Only
to go for
love
with this
and
draft.
night are
Yeah,
Shinigami
everlasting.
banning
indeed.
out that Sicilian as well. It looks like Shinigami is going back to the roots
They
of
call me a
the
hero
Nigerian meta here.
because I saved my nation from
Banning
falling
and
apart.
picking that Sicilian as a priority. But Maji actually securing that Yushon Shin
Bones of steel.
and Kessie going for the Gatokacha. So now we have a hero that is not squishy and Gatokacha with a faster combo. Now right now if
Yeah,
you mix that with a CC and she uses that cutting core and Gatokacha
mm,
just slams on them, oof, it's just it's disgusting. But actually it looks like it's Kinshiki that might secure that CC pick here. And gonna be are we gonna see on our what mage we're gonna see? Right now we could see that Zask was Nas performance.
yeah.
But
Minotaur is
they're
very
actually
nice.
they're gonna switch it up. They're gonna switch it up now. It's gonna be Indra on that Minotaur. And we might see Kami Levi. Sorry, Levi, just Levi now. Oh,
Yeah,
the
just
joy.
Levi.
It is my mission to banish all
No, the
darkness.
joy was banned in the lobby.
Was banned, bro.
So it's gonna be. Yeah. It's gonna be a Lance pick. But what do you think about the drafts moving on so far, going on so far, Davis?
Yeah, definitely. This is actually a different approach, and I think I'm liking the approach right now from both teams. Shinigami opting for that Fasa and Gatot combo immediately. What? Sorry, did they just ban Nana? Oh, are my eyes deceiving me this evening?
Right now, as you can see, the power of the Nana pick is so much to terrify Shinigami even into banning her. They don't want to do that pick again. With the Molina as well as the Molina Blitz, that could be targeting the far side and the back
Chivalry is
line every
dead.
time she does
Your team is
use
leading.
that featherless strike. But they are banning out that Clint from Apex right now.
Yeah. Uh, I'm still in shock from this Nana ban, to be very honest. I'm still trying to process it because, bro, what?
Let's
I really
go.
don't get it. I mean,
Your
I
team is
understand
picking.
like but I mean, it's not that really that much of an oppressive pick that Shinigami have to resort to banning it at this point. I really don't see
You
I
know,
really, I really, really don't see the point, man.
what I would like to see is a Harriet pick here versus the Irritor. I would
Oh,
love to see
really?
a Harriet pick here.
I am the sovereign of the abyss.
Yeah, well, no, it
the
looks like they're
slayer
actually
of
going to
gods.
go with the.
I didn't
They're
cure
gonna
your
go with
pain.
the
I
Your team
harnessed
is
Obsidia
picking.
and the Valentina. So now they do have the Feathered Airstrike as well as the Astral of the Galleon. As ultimate that Abyss can copy, but I guess it's the Feathered Airstrike that she will be targeting predominantly. But yeah, this is gonna be the last pick here coming in for Boye, and it is gonna be a glue pick. It's gonna be a glue pick. Okay, right now I would say heavily in favor of the Shinigami draft right now. They do have quite a decent amount of front line. They do have dive, they do have mobility, they do have range, and they do have damage. Damage is very important. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna fall down again into execution, but I don't
yeah.
feel that Otsutsuki and their draft is far behind in comparison to the Shinigami draft right now.
Yeah. To be very honest, both teams actually looking quite solid right here. But I think a lot bank on Abyss, on this Valentina, and how good he really is on it. Valentina, of course, we know is a mage with a very unique kit. And to pull her off, use her to her maximum potential is not an easy feat for an average player to pull off. So I'm really wanting to see a show of expertise from Abyss on that hero right now. But Levi actually on this Lancelot, it's something that I would also want to see a quite a good show off from him. But to be honest, I'm actually
Welcome
thinking
to
this is going to
Mobile
be a
Legends.
very, very good game right now. But yeah, we are
5
into the
seconds
game,
till the enemy
and
reaches the battlefield.
all
Smash them.
the players head into
All
their
troops
posts,
deployed.
and let's just see how things go, Stu.
Don't worry about it. As far as sorry, I'm trying to read his name, but it's being blocked off by this by this map. But as far as